Hello and welcome to episode 23 of the Yarn Ambassador podcast. My name is Charlie and you can find me as Yarn Ambassador here on YouTube and on Instagram, but I am also the creator of Charlie Button Yarns that you will also find on Instagram. I missed a week last week because I was attending the virtual knit tea retreat. And as part of that, I was actually vending in the virtual marketplace, which meant I had a half an hour Instagram live with the lovely Jenny. And I felt there was only so much of my face that social media needed to have last week. So to see that video, I put that in my grid, my Instagram TV grid. And I'm just talking about Charlie Button Yarns there and what you can find and what you can expect. And it was really good fun. The whole weekend was really good fun, to be honest. It had a Nordic theme, and there were 3 speakers. There was Carrie Westman talking about kind of Nordic Scandinavian knitting traditions. We had Becky from River Knits talking about colour theory, which was amazing because you think, yeah, I get colours. But the way she explained it was so thorough and so clever, and it's really kind of opened my eyes thinking about choosing colour for projects and why certain colours work together. And then the final speaker was Estelle from Midwinter Yarns, who I hadn't really kind of come into contact with before, but she seems like a very lovely lady and gave a great talk about particularly Swedish knitting traditions. Which was fascinating, and as a result of that, Midwinter Yarns specialises in Scandinavian wools and yarns, and one of the things that Estelle talked about were these things called raggsocks, and from what I understand, and she clarified for me, was that in Sweden people don't tend to wear their outdoor shoes inside, but they don't tend to wear slippers either. They tend to wear kind of thick house socks that they call raggsocks, and they are these beautiful marled socks. Thick, these are knit on a 4mm needle, and they've got this ribbed leg and then just a normal heel flap and gusset. And Estelle sells kits of these ragsock kits in her shop. There you go. And they come with the pattern as well. So I bought myself some of those as a treat. And I've already done one sock, and now I have the dreaded second sock to knit. But they're really good fun. I love them. And it's nice to kind of have heard Estelle talking about them and then be able to get them and knit them up. So, yeah, been working on them a bit this week, which has been fun and really quick as well. It's been a really long time since I did a sock that actually has a heel flap and gusset, because I've been doing so many afterthought socks, afterthought heels, toes and cuffs because of my yarn tubes from my circular sock machine. The other thing I purchased from the virtual marketplace arrived in this beautiful bag, and this is from Beaker Buttons. Now, Beaker Buttons, I think she was at the very, very first real in-person knit tea retreat in Cardiff, and she does these amazing Dorset buttons, which are just a tiny small metal ring with sewn thread around them, and they make these amazing patterns, and you can make buttons from them. But she was advertising this wall hanging kit, and it's called the Blossom Tree wall hanging. And as we're just coming into spring, I felt like I could do with some blossom tree, and I just really liked the look of it and the technique. So this arrived. My mind's been a little bit blown by the techniques. You know, it's quite complex, but it's quite a nice different thing to do, a different craft to learn. So I'm really looking forward to getting that going. I was also lucky enough to win win something in the raffle, which was a voucher for the lovely Jenny of Owl About Yarns. And Jenny has been dying up a storm and making some amazing project bags, by the way. Jenny is not just a one-trick pony. She has got lots of tricks, and fibre is one of them. I love Jenny's fibres. She sometimes has really interesting blends, so I treated myself to 2 of those, and so they've probably already arrived. They're probably with my neighbour, because my postman keeps delivering stuff to my neighbour rather than to me. So that was last weekend. That was really good, and obviously, as well as the talks, there are sitting, knit and chats and things, and it was lovely. It was really social, lovely to see a lot of kind of familiar faces and names. So yeah, it was a really, really good fun weekend. This week, what else have I been working on? So, end of February, and I finished my West Yorkshire knits socks for this month. This is the Bullfinch colourway. I've done different heels, toes and cuffs, but they're all West Yorkshire Spinner yarn. So, dead chuffed with them. Look at the progress on the wheel. Look how diminished the mega wheel of socks is. So next up in the chain is this colourway, Owl. So I will be getting those started very soon, as well as working on the socks for Jeanette, who's doing socks for the West Midlands Ambulance Service, and she wants to make 500 of them, so I think she's going to need a little bit of help with that. So I'm going to make and send some socks to her to get to there. I've also been picked up again my Charlie Button Yarns jumper that I'm working on, as yet unnamed, but it's got this band of colourwork pattern at the bottom, and I'm nearly there. I think I've got one more round just to finish off the antlers, and then it's just one colour stocking it in the round. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's turning out. So hopefully the pattern for that shouldn't be too far behind, but you never know how it goes. I also finished off some more Birds of Happiness and got them in the post to my sister. So now both sisters have received their Easter bundle of little birds to hang up, and I think I managed to take a video of these before I sent them off. So these were made using my own hand-spun yarn, some of which I dyed naturally myself, and those are all now adorning decorations in my sister's house. Also this week, Mystery Sock Club from Ange at Yarn and Yarns. Each month she does a different sock club, and I signed up for, is it the February one? Must be February. We're not even in March yet. Must be the February one. So that arrived, and this is a really cool Zalba ball. Zalba ball Crazy it's called, and it's amazing. It's this kind of mulled barber pole style, but it's all oranges and deep reds, and it's really autumnal, and I love the colourway. So one of my plans for this weekend is to cake that up on my ball winder and actually try a tube from it, so I can have a pair of socks from that as well. So that was really nice, and she sent some really nice coffee, orange flavoured coffee, chocolate orange flavoured coffee I think it was, and a cool little thing that you can put on the end of your needles to stop your stitches slipping off, which I've realised I actually need on this immediately, because I keep losing stitches on that from throwing it around all over the place. I've been doing some more natural dyeing this week with ivy leaves, and that's going to go in the yarn advent calendar I'm preparing. I'm nearly at a stage where I'm comfortable enough that I'm going to make it that I will be listing those in the shop, Angie's shop. She's got all the details, so we just need to say press the live button. But I just want to make sure that I'm comfortable I can deliver on it, because it's quite a big project. But I feel like I'm nearly there, so watch this space for that. I think that's probably it for this week. I will pop back next week with some more updates and let you know how I'm getting on. I hope you're all doing really well, and speak to you soon. Stay safe, stay well, and look after each other. Bye bye.